Hey, this is Mattis from Fullmåne. You're listening to the Dan Chan Show.
I'm joined by Louis and Mattis from Fullmåne. Did I say that right?
Yeah, it's Fullmåne. It's pretty close, yeah.
And it's a Norwegian for full moon.
That's correct, yeah.
And you're currently in North London?
Yeah, we're based in North London.
But not originally, because obviously you started off as a solo project in Norway and you brought it over to London and built a band around you. Just tell me about how that happened and the history of the band.
Yeah, of course. So when I was in Norway, I was in a couple of bands, and one of them was going pretty well. We actually played in London and stuff, and then it kind of fell apart. So I was like, that sucks. I gotta do something else. So I was just experimenting with try to make music on my own. Basically, didn't have a clue what I was doing. I think I got a review on the first demo, or like a comment or something, saying that it sounded like the drum kit accidentally fell down the stairs or something.
That's good. That's black metal, right? That's good.
Yeah. I mean, it started off as very amateur, like experimentation, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And it kind of grew from there. Eventually I got better. I was doing like a demo a year or something, and then when COVID hit, I got really into it because I didn't have anything else to do. So I just kind of became almost a bit obsessed with it. Just like writing all the time, just playing all the time, trying to teach myself drums and everything. And then eventually I came over to London, and met Screwy Louis, my trusted drum warrior. And we've just been a band basically ever since. Slowly, I guess, building a lineup.
Yeah.
It's taken time to meet the right people and to get properly rehearsed, but it's definitely been worth.
So did you like advertise for guys, or did you kind of like meet people through the circuit, or what? How did you get the guys in?
Both. I've been trying like both advertising and meeting people for a while before it actually became like a steady thing.
Yeah.
Been through a lot of weird people, to be honest.
Yeah. You always do. It's part of the process, right?
Yeah, it has been a long process, actually. You think like you come to a big city and just make a lot of friends because there's so many people, but it's kind of hard because everyone else has their life going on. So
now, obviously, Norway, uh, infamous for black metal. I was in Norway a few weeks ago. I went to Helvete. It has Helvete, the shop, which is an absolute museum to black metal, shall we say, when you go down to that basement and you see the amount of gear they've got there. It's phenomenal. Did you how old are you, and how much of that black metal history has crept into your life?
Well, I grew up on the original bands, for sure. That was like Gorgoroth and Mayhem, in particular, was like the ones that really hit me when I was young. And I'm like 31, so I didn't see like the original this black metal scene or anything like that. But I met some of those OG guys, I guess, but I wasn't part of that scene or anything.
Louis, where did you come from a metal perspective? How did you get to be playing in a black metal band, shall we say?
Very much the same. I kind of grew up on that sound. I think it was like some of the first stuff I was listening to was the Norwegian scene stuff, obviously, like your Dark Thrones, your Mayhems.
Yeah.
I think really I come from more of a doom background. I'm a big like UK stoner rock, Electric Wizard, Conan, that kind of stuff. But anything that's just kind of either extremely slow or extremely fast.
Right. Okay.
I'm on either end of the spectrum, basically.
There's no 1, 2, 4s on your watch, right?
No.
That's way too mid. Way too
exactly.
Mid. Now,
exactly.
I love the sound of what you're doing. It's a great. What I see is a fresh take of black metal. How did you get together to be able to create this sound? Was it always going to be black? Like this, what you're doing now, Mattis, and Louis. Did you always imagine you playing in a band like this?
I mean, for me, it's the perfect mix. Like I said, the doom stoner that I listen to is very psychedelic. I've always enjoyed that kind of like outsider art, basically, where you have like your Sid Barrett or something, someone art from a perspective of someone who is just like going down a black hole, and you're getting the voice from their perspective. So for me, that mix of like psychedelia and black metal, it just fused together everything I love. We've got that punk side to the music as well, which I like. Also, just that straight up in your face, not like it's almost kind of to do typical black metal these days. It's been there, done that kind of thing, you know. So it was really fun meeting Matt and coming up with stuff that is just an amalgamation of music that we both love.
And I think that's right. I think that is why it is a little bit refreshing. You know, it's like it's a new wave of it for me. And you've just released the new single "High Again." Tell me about that track. You know, what's the reception been like? Because it's an awesome track. I've played it just before this chat. So tell us about that track.
Well, it's been like an idea I've had for ages, just kind of looping in my head, and I wasn't able to really write it out to a proper song before I met Louis, which you know, it's more in like a doom head, and that song was really, you know, meant to be a kind of doomy song, I suppose. But yeah,
it was actually
it's the first one we did together.
First one we wrote together from me joining the band. Yeah,
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it an old track then, or is it quite new?
The idea of it is old, and I guess we recorded it a year ago, didn't we?
Yeah, it took a long time to mix and master.
Yeah,
really.
I had the idea for it like years ago, but just like a tiny part of it. I didn't progress any further with it, you know. So it's really been boiling like in the pot for years.
Yeah. So is it safe to say this is a standalone, or is this going to be part of an EP or an album going forward?
I think Stand Now is a standalone, but we are working on new stuff that will eventually become an album. There's some tracks that we're just playing live that we haven't even released yet, so we'll be recording probably in early next year sometime, hopefully.
Because you've released one album, haven't you? The COVID era, should we say, the album "Lurking in the Dark," and some standalone singles, maybe a couple of tracks, maybe for an EP. You know, how are you evolving from more for you? This matters. How are you evolving from that to where you are now? How do you feel it's moving forward?
I feel like it's becoming better all the time. You know, I guess I thought I could do everything myself, but it's kind of one-sided after a while, you know. And I was coming more from like a punk background,
right?
In a way. And obviously I always love black metal and stuff, but like that really raw, simple side of it.
Yeah.
And you know, now it's a bit slower, the new songs we've written, and a bit longer, so that's a bit interesting, but still has that really raw power to it, you know.
Now, obviously, this is an interesting one because when you were writing stuff on your own and recording on your own, it's just you and no one else to like bounce off. How different, how much better is it for you as an artist to be able to do it with a bunch of cool guys that that are all thinking in the same way? Do you prefer it this way, and how has it changed for you?
It's interesting what Louis said about that kind of outsider art thing. It definitely felt more like that when I was doing it on my own. Sort of like it was like a lonely experience where you know, sit in like a room at night and just like explore stuff. You know? I didn't even really think I was making black metal. I just made something that ended up the way it did, you know. And the thing about doing it alone is like, to get that other perspective, you need time. You need like to wait a month and then listen to it again, and then you're like, oh that was shit, like do it that way instead. While as writing in the room with other guys, you instantly get that other perspective because it's, you know, with other people, so it's just a lot quicker and a lot better. You know, a lot better, like more different ideas, basically, which helps a lot.
And how, in an ideal world, I mean, do you write with the listener in mind, or do you write purely for a selfish perspective? And you know, do you ever write and think, oh, you know, from a black metal fan's perspective, I would really enjoy this track, and I think this would pass forward? Or do you write, listen, I don't give a shit what people think, this is how I'm feeling now?
Yeah, more the last thing. That's how the idea starts for me. Is like how I'm feeling, and then if I think like this could be enjoyable or be cool, basically, then I'll be like, yeah, maybe I'll try to make this idea into a song. And then from there, it's more like about, you know, the craft of creating a song kind of thing.
I think we also we always keep in mind how it's going to sound live, because we love performing live. And you have some songs that will be like your kind of, okay, this is a listen by yourself in your room song, and there's some we keep in mind that, okay, we want this to be a rage alive, like, okay, this has been going on a bit long, let's hit them with something different here, and then go back to that thing. So it's not so much like the audience, but more just like what we'd want to see if we were watching a band live. What would get us like rowdy?
Sure. And obviously, and it was an interesting perspective. I was speaking to Brady from the band Conjurer last week, and he said that obviously they're quite technical, right, on their earlier stuff, and on this new album, they've actually simplified their recording and how they're technically advancing on the record because they want to keep it simple so they can enjoy the stage better. It's mad to think that, you think, oh, I don't want to overperform on this track. It's going to be very difficult to perform after a couple of pints on stage. It's mad, isn't it? I mean, have you ever considered that? You thought, oh, that sounds shit hot in the studio. Maybe you're blast beating or whatever, and you think, oh God, I've got to create that on stage one day.
Yeah, I always kept that in mind because I used to be in a thrash metal band, and we would always play drunk and stuff. So like I know how what I can do live and what it's just like for like a home studio thing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I just try to keep it in mind that this should be this should be like workable in a worst case scenario kind of thing.
And what about you, Louis, from a drummer's perspective? Because I know how I think about it.
Yeah, no, I wanted to chime in there. Like from a drummer's perspective, we do have songs that are like 4 minutes of blast beat, and again, coming from a doom background, I was always kind of more Bill Ward, groovy, kind of like, right, exactly. Like a lot of ghost hits, like boom, whatever. But I think what we just found a mix. It all comes down to the set list and where you play songs.
Yeah, true.
So I will literally say to Matt, like, okay, if we do these 2 fast songs, you need to give me a They're Not Real or a High Again because I need to catch my breath.
Yeah,
I need to let my arms rest for a second,
Of course.
It's better for the audience.
And it's better. It relates to the audience too. They probably feel the same. Like if I see a band and they're doing all blast beat songs, by the 6th song, I'm kind of rest. It just sounds the same. Yeah. You need to bring them down to
you do. Ebb and flow, right? Now, how do you envisage the listener enjoying your music? I mean, obviously, with black metal, you could take big walks to the forest. You could pour a glass of wine and sit in front of a fire or light candles. How would you ideally want to sit someone down or walk someone listening to your music?
I don't know, probably drinking a beer in some graveyard or something.
Yeah. Old school, right? I like that. Yeah, I love that. How do you feel like the black metal scene and the music scene, especially in London? I mean, I don't know the black metal scene too well in London myself, but how do you feel black metal is evolving now and being received? Do you think it's getting a bit too commercial, or do you think it's where it should be?
I think it's kind of become too polished and too atmospheric, and too set in one format, because I'm trying to kind of bring back that original not playfulness, but like
fun almost.
Yeah,
fun, like guys fucking around. Like I think a lot of black metal musicians nowadays, they're like studio musicians. It's perfect and polished. Where like the early Dark Throne stuff, I love hearing little mistakes or little like irregular drum patterns.
I totally agree.
Just like it's raw, and you're like, damn, I feel
natural.
That. A lot of guys just nerdy time signature guys.
When this genre was new, nothing was decided yet, so it was, people were just like making whatever it is, thought was like
playing Slayer really fast.
Like the evilest music we can, like where did that go? Now it's all like you have to do it by these and these rules. You have to have blast beat, you have to have like I used to say light candles or be in the forest or whatever.
Corpse paint.
Not that interesting to like play it by the book, I think.
What do you think about the whole Lords of Chaos stuff, like the book to the film and all that lot? How do you think that was portrayed? Because the book and the documentary was very good, but then the film was a bit like, I don't know. I'm on the fence on it. What do you think?
I don't think we've even spoken about it before.
Speak about it now. Now's the time.
Yeah, you go for it, Matt. You're Norwegian.
I don't really think of myself as like a part of the classic black metal legacy. I think of that as something.
Yeah, sure, but what do you think about the way it was perceived and the way it's been, I don't know, glamorized or whatever? I mean, the documentary is very cool. Until the Light Takes Us, that documentary. If you've seen
that documentary kind of was really cool for me. It kind of helped get me into the music. The Lords of Chaos movie, I liked it. It was a bit like a frat boy
Bit
techno.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
It was a fun watch for sure.
Yeah. So let's get into the shows. You know, how prolific are you playing shows? I mean, do you play many shows? Do you get out and do it?
What's prolific mean, Louis?
Significant. Are we prolific? Are we about a lot?
Oh yeah, it's picking up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just started like playing a bunch of shows now because we finally had like a full lineup with keyboards and everything. Cool. So it's not like a huge lot, but it's definitely picking up. We got some shows booked in January, like in Belgium and Norway and stuff. So
cool. That's good. That's good. You get a holiday out of that, Louis, as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Go and buy that expensive beer with those stupid alcohol rules in Norway.
What, like a £12 pint? I thought Guinness in London was bad.
Yeah. Exactly. What's the show like for you guys? And let me ask this question: did you do any shows before, Mattis? Did you do any shows before, like on your own, like maybe with some backing tracks or did you do shows for the first time with these guys?
I think you had a couple of shows in Norway, right? With kind of random.
I had one
guys
with some friends, like a one-off thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, I wasn't even living in Norway anymore, and so it was like a one-off thing. I'm basically, when I play, from my perspective, when I play live in the band, I'm playing like a thrash metal gig, something like that. There's like a lot of energy, a lot of craziness. That's what I'm aiming for, you know.
Yeah. And imagine, okay, here's a question just off the top of my head. If you had the budget, what would you liken your shows to be? Would it be like Watain? Which is, for me, I think one of the greatest black metal shows, all their homemade shit and everything. It's just incredible. How would you do it?
We're saying it's like a ceremony, isn't it? It's like a ritual with candles and fire, but I don't think that would fit us quite well. I mean, it's hard to imagine us anywhere bigger than like a Camden Underworld, I think, because like we very much, even personally, I prefer smaller gigs. But in terms of like stage theatrics and setup, I think it would just literally be like a flag with our banner in the background and maybe like almost Pink Floydy kind of lighting, where you got the purples and the greens, and then maybe like flashes of dark and strobe lights. So cool. I'd say more on the psychedelic side.
Smoke Machine, maybe.
Smoke Machine.
A little bit of Mystique, but not
I think one of the coolest bands I saw was with Abbott and Watain. It was Tribulation. I love the band Tribulation, right?
I know them, yeah.
And they just lit, like, they didn't have any lights front. They had those lights behind them, and they were just like green silhouettes. They looked so cool. It was really cool. And I think it's such a unique way of doing it. It was like one that stuck in my brain. Now, what's on the band's bucket list? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to go? Obviously, you want to get further than the Camden Underworld. You may want to play a bigger venue. So, what do you want to do?
I mean, I think we're just thinking like 1 year at a time, basically, and just trying to see how far we can go.
Yeah.
I would love to play festivals. That would be cool.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna play. I mean, we'll play some small DIY underground festivals. We already got that booked, but
maybe like a small stage at Bloodstock or something would be cool. Or some bigger festivals abroad, kind of thing. It's hard because like we've only just got a solid lineup, but I'm the only English person in the band.
Shit, hold on, hold the front page. I didn't know this. Tell me about. I need to know more about the band members, right? So who else?
Unfortunately, we couldn't all make it today. We gotta keep some in a strategic reserve, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Louis. I just need to know who else is in the organization. You know what I mean?
So we have our keyboard player Lucille. She's a brilliant keyboard player. She's kind of into the
American.
Yeah, she's an American girl. She really likes Dungeon Synth. She's a big
likes Mortis and shit. Yeah.
Right. She's right up. I mean, it's kind of a burgeoning scene in London at the moment. There's a lot of gigs going on with Dungeon Synth. So she brings a bit of that mystical energy to the gig. And our bassist just moved back to Spain like last week. He actually flew over for a gig recently on my birthday in October 15th.
Wow.
But he's kind of moved back. So now we're actually auditioning a new guy at the moment, a friend of mine from also from London.
Yeah. So it might be half English then.
Yeah, it'll be a half English band. Yeah. But at the moment it's English, Norwegian and American. So in terms of in terms of future plans, it makes it hard to, because Matt isn't like fully. We don't know how long he's going to be in London for, and
Right, okay.
everyone else might have plans of moving around. So that's why we kind of take it one year, 1 month, 1 week at a time.
Okay.
When we can do a gig, we'll do it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And whatever comes.
Nice. Okay, I've got some fun questions. Right, you ready for some fun questions away from the band, just like music related? Yeah. Okay, what's one thing everyone should try at least once?
Acids? I don't know.
Yeah.
Acid. Sitting in silence with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one. Black metal. Going into the forest when it's all dark and just like without the lights and just.
Yeah. What album would you play if you had to have one album blasting in your ears?
I would play the Mysterious Dom Satanas.
Yeah. Better Mayhem. Love that. If you could know the truth to one question, what would it be?
What happens after you die?
Yeah, classic answer.
Easy one, but yeah, you can go deep with that.
Would you really want to know though? Wouldn't it be like a bit
anticlimactic?
Yeah, nothing, mate.
yeah.
I'd like to know less.
Yeah, Mattis?
Did Varg kill Euronymous in self-defense?
Yeah.
18 stabs in the back.
Yeah, he didn't really burn churches. It's fine. Okay, what would be the perfect murder weapon and why? Talking about murders.
Well, maybe.
What, for getting away with it or the most satisfying?
Yeah. Okay, you've just thrown a spanner in the works. So do you got to answer both questions now?
I mean, I think a sledgehammer would be pretty sick. I just want to like splatter a melon, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. But if you want to get away with it, right? What are you trying?
Fire, like you said, fire is quite a good one for sneaky one.
Completely eradicates all traces of you.
Or pigs. I heard pigs do a good job for you. Pigs.
Oh, Snatch fan, are we?
Yeah. No.
Chew through bones like butter.
Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. If you could steal credit for one piece of art, song, film, or anything like that, you could say that it was your own. What would you steal?
That's a huge question.
Probably the first Battery album or something.
Oof.
That'd be something. Huh?
I would say, fucking hell, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, good one.
It's just so class.
Yeah, it's a good one. That. If you could choose one song to play every time you walk into a room for the rest of your life, what track would it be?
I know mine. Mine would be
I would get sick of it, no matter what song it was.
Inagada La Vida.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Bow, 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 now. Forever, bro. It's so cool.
Slayer. What fictional character do you identify with the most and why?
I don't know if I've ever super identified with a fictional
character. But now you can. Now you can, Louis. It's your chance.
The Joker would be cool.
Yeah, good answer.
The Joker's a good one.
Yeah.
Maybe Jeffrey Dahmer.
Christ. Have you watched the Ed Gein one yet?
Yeah, me and my missus just finished it.
I was like, I'm about 3 in, I think. He's a weirdo, isn't he?
He is a weirdo, but the show takes liberties, to be honest. I'm a big serial killer horror fan, and I know there's almost nothing known about him, so they're going to have to do something to make a show about it.
To make some stuff up, right? Got you. Okay, we go. What's your unpopular musical opinion?
We've got time.
Got time? Yeah. Mine is. I think the Beatles are overrated.
Oh, that's an obvious one. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one relating to Dark Throne, but you want me to say?
Yeah.
What is it? Go on.
Mine is. I think Dark Throne peaked like almost before their black metal phase.
Really?
I like Dark Throne like just as it was coming out of death metal into black metal.
Right.
Like the Blaze in the Northern Sky sound. Yeah. I know it's still considered like the first black metal album, but I love those slow sections, that Celtic Frost influence.
Yeah.
Along.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not even a fan of Transylvanian Hunger myself.
Right.
Massively.
Okay. That's an unpopular musical opinion straight away. So, should non-metalheads wear metal shirts?
Yeah, why not?
No, I say no.
No.
You see in Primark, you have like Slayer shirts in Primark.
It's mad.
I mean, but you know what? Whatever spreads the evil is good. I don't care if you know it or not.
That is true. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, Mattis. What do you think? Yeah. No. Yeah.
I don't really care. I don't think being elitist with the scene and stuff doesn't really
Yeah, you're not gatekeeping.
You can't own it. You can't control like
Yeah.
what people do, And
Okay.
and metal has always been full of posters, and
Yeah.
there's always been like this like thing of like, oh, the real metal has in the poster. But, maybe it will always be like that.
So, who do you think is the new legacy band? What bands are we going to be watching in like 30 years' time on stage or at stadiums, arenas? Who do you think? Anyone now, or are we still waiting for one to come through?
I would say King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
For me, I think they're doing something really interesting, and they're breaking all the rules, and they're being really successful with it. And it's kind of like inspiring. It's like you listen to them and you figure there is no rules. There doesn't have to be rules.
I mean,
I think it's cool.
Incidentally, what new bands are you checking out? What new bands are you listening to?
Except for them, is really underground ones, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, it's like, I mean, I can't think of any. I always listen to older stuff, not to be too like.
No, I know what you mean.
A lot of the times, it's just my mates' bands or bands that you go to through local gigs,
Yeah,
and you check something out, and it's like, okay, this is sick. Like, it's never gonna blow up, probably some of the stuff, but they've got their stuff on Bandcamp, and you listen to it, and you like it because you can relate to it. It's the little London scene. London death metal has really been blowing up recently.
Yeah. Okay, this is an interesting one. What would be your death row meals?
Death row meal. Oh.
Yeah, when you've used that sledgehammer in somewhere like, I don't know, the deep south of America on tour, you've splattered someone's head and you're on death row, and the time comes.
Have the head for dinner. That's
What you eating? Anything? Go on, what you having?
Oh, mate, a slap up, fry up, full English, all day, every day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I wouldn't mind that. Probably like I would do like a Norwegian Christmas steak. Like pig steak, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
good. Pork steak.
Pork steak. Yeah.
Like a pork chop. Good chop.
So, what one track from the band sums the band up the best? Do you think from the history? This is probably more for Mattis to answer.
Maybe Start of the War.
Yeah, why?
Because I don't know if you heard it, but the lyrics go like, "I've started a war, I can't win," and that's kind of how music feels, at least to me. It's like just you will never get to the end point of it. It's just like this, eternal struggle, if you like.
What 3 words describe the band up the best?
3 words.
Should go one each.
I think Matty should have 2. Louis should have 1.
Yeah.
I would say spaced out and dark.
Chaotic,
spaced out, and dark. Okay, final question. It's an important one. What's the most used emoji in your phones?
Fire emoji.
Say fire emoji.
Yeah.
I think mine, I don't know. I'd have to check on my phone now, but I'd say it's probably crying, laughing.
Yeah,
because I just do that for everything.
That is good.
Love that.
You just laugh at the world.
But it's your last day at work tomorrow. Cry laughing.
Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Great chat. I'll tell everyone to listen to you, check you out. I'm looking forward to hearing what comes from you guys in the future.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, thank you.